All right, let's jump right into this. So, as far as the Montreal Canadiens go, we know that there's like what, three, four untouchables on the team. Top of my head, Cole Caufield, Nick Suzuki, Juraj Slafkovsky, even Kirby, Dach. I think if the right deal came around at some point, they would consider trading him. I really think it's just those three guys who are untouchable on the Montreal Canadiens. Past that, I think everybody's on the table. If your name is Josh Anderson, Sean Monahan, Dadonov, Hoffman, who else? The guy we're going to talk about in this video, Joel Edmundson. So I think that basically everybody outside of those three guys in a rebuild, turning the leaf over, hey, they've officially handed the keys to the Bugatti, as I've been saying, to the kids by putting a fat old C on Nick Suzuki's sweater here. So to me, it's the kids' team now, okay? This is Nick Suzuki, Cole Caufield, and Juraj Slafkovsky's team right now. So if you're Joel Edmundson, when Renaud Lavoie comes out at the golf tournament and mentions that teams are calling about Joel Edmundson, if you're Kent Hughes and the Montreal Canadiens, you listen. Okay, seriously, I'm telling you right now, Caillou's got his listening ears on. He's going to listen to what's going on here with Joel Edmundson. However, what Renaud Lavoie said specifically, and this is an article on Montreal Hockey Now, he said, I know there's a lot of interest across the league for a defenseman like Edmundson. I don't think he'll be traded now, but I can tell you that there are some pretty attractive offers. They can continue to become even more attractive in the coming months. So I concur. Why would you trade a guy who just had a down season? He just had like back surgery or something like that. So he needs to recover and show that he still has a lot of trade value. You come up to the trade deadline. This is a guy that could be sold off for a second round pick, maybe higher if, I mean, dude, again, a lot of people, they say I'm out to lunch with these trade offers, and you guys are not wrong. Look, there's been a lot of offers and situations where I've been like, okay, this guy's worth a first round pick and he gets sold off for like a second or a third round pick. But a lot of times I feel like I'm generally okay. I think a big, strong defenseman like Edmundson, like if Ben Sherratt can go for a first round pick last year, why can't a healthy, productive Joel Edmundson, and by productive I mean defensively, why can't he go for a first round pick? I don't see why he wouldn't be able to. I guess maybe the age, but either way you're paying for a rental. Like, Florida got what 15-ish games of Ben Sherratt, if that. So, I mean, absolutely, I think if Edmonton's having a great season, or at least the same type of season that Ben Sherratt was having this past year with the Habs, absolutely, I think you could sell Joel Edmundson off for a first-round pick. And if that's the case, you got to look long and hard at that, Ken Hughes. You really, really do. So this is something to me that absolutely the Montreal Canadiens need to keep in their back pocket. Try to see if you can raise the value of Edmundson, and not just him. Like, look, I know you need some veterans on the team. I'm aware of that. Like, it can't just be the kids all like completely running the show everywhere, but there's a ton of guys, especially vets, that you're coming in here that you could sell off and make bank off of them. Like, you're telling me if Dadonov has 20 goals, 15 goals at the deadline, if Monahan's got 15 goals, who else? Mike Hoffman, these guys, Yoel Armia, like if these guys are productive, absolutely, they could be sold off for bank, and that would absolutely help accelerate the rebuild for the Montreal Canadiens. It's a very, very interesting prospect, and I agree with Renaud Lavoie. I agree with the Habs brass, which I don't think they're going to trade Edmundson right now. They just put an A on his jersey. He's the assistant captain along with Gallagher, so clearly he's part of the leadership group. That maybe insinuates to him staying, but not for super long. Trust me, these rebuilding teams, I don't care if he got an A on his jersey or not, they are not attached to these late 20s, early 30s guys in age, okay? Especially defensemen who are relatively injury prone. Trust me, they will say goodbye to Joel Edmundson in a heartbeat if it gets them a first round pick. I promise you that, okay? So, hey, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, yes, do not trade him right now, but hopefully put him in a position where he can succeed and give him top pair or top 4 minutes, which I guess he already had. But if Joel Edmundson right now is your number one defenseman, you play him as that, and you shelter the young kids like Caden Gooley and Justin Barron under him, it's great experience for the kids, and you're buttering up Joel Edmundson to potential buyers. So it's a win-win. And you're rebuilding. Okay, so maybe a team will say, ooh, Joel Edmundson as a top pair defenseman doesn't look too great, but hey, Colorado Avalanche calling, we'd like to have him on the second pair or the third pairing. He'd look great there. So that's just something to look at here. I think it's very beneficial for the Habs to wait a bit, but I think it's awesome that teams are calling and the offers are attractive. So we'll see what happens with that. I think this is a guy that absolutely the Habs could and will get good value for. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments down below. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.